We're just a few meters in front of the presidential palace where hundreds of state employees are in a protest here. At least 7,000 of them have already been dismissed as part of the new President Javier Milei's belt-tightening measures. And they are workers who had contracts that were expiring and will now not be renewed. But there are many others who fear losing their jobs. The government has actually shut down half of the state's ministries. There were 18 when President Milei took office just over a month ago. Now there are only 9 left. People are saying here that this is just the warm-up for a national strike that they're calling for next week. I'm going to be speaking now to Gabriel. He is one of the state employees, to ask him why or how many actually of the people who are part of his union are afraid of losing their jobs now.
El Ministerio de Cultura son 200 compañeros trabajadores que pueden estar perdiendo su trabajo.
Right now in the culture ministry, he says there are at least 200 of them who have lost their jobs already.
Estamos hablando de los trabajadores que garantizan que funcionen los museos, los centros
These are
culturales.
the workers who take care of museums, cultural centers.
Sí, y si se aprueba la ley ómnibus que está sacando.
And he says that if the law that is right at this very moment being discussed in Congress, it's called the Omnibus Law, which would, it's at least 633 articles to reduce the size of the state. He says there will be at least 20,000 more people who will lose their jobs.
Hoy en día tenemos 7.000 personas en
He's actually adding that if this law is passed in the Congress, there would actually be as many as 32,000 fiscal workers, including hospitals, doctors, schools, museums, etc., whose jobs are at risk, and people who would be out on the street as well. Muchas gracias, Gabriel. So as you say, people here are very, very frightened of losing their jobs, but also of what's going to happen. The government, in the meantime, says it will not give in. It wants its law to be approved. They say it's the only way to deal with this country's economic crisis, with its more than 200% inflation rate. The strike has been called for next week, next Wednesday, and we'll see how many more Argentines will answer that call. Lucia, Newman, Al Jazeera, Buenos Aires.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.